Hello, darling. It's Jennifer from the patio. Hey, welcome to my channel. If you are new here, welcome, welcome. And if you are returning, I want to say thank you for coming back and checking me out again. So, I just got back from the library and checked out an audiobook and a book. And you know what? I was sitting here thinking, I made this earlier in the week with Justine with House of Mahalo. I'm on her design team, and this is my May project with her kit, Shabby Lilac, Shabby Lilacs. And so anyway, if you haven't seen that, I'll put it up there, how to make this particular folio. It has pockets here, pocket here, and then it opens up, and then I made a really cute little belly band with some lace, and then I put a couple of tags in there, and then it closes, and then it opens like this. And then I put a couple of tags over here, actually a lot of tags, and they're book tags. This kit, excuse me, has to do with books and reading and library and coffee. And anyway, it opens like this, and then it opens like this. And so I put some pockets, and so I was going to use this, which I still am, but I was going to use this to write down all the books that I read during the summertime. I read a lot anyway, but just during the summertime, I thought, oh, this would be perfect for that. And I just took the scraps and then just rounded the corners and inked them so that I can write on these. You know, I could put the title of the book and, you know, just a little blurb about the book. And so anyway, I'm really excited. I even put some tags in the back with a little pocket. But anyway, I'm excited about that. But here's the thing, is I came in and I was cleaning off my desk and I found a stack of scraps from her kit. And so I'm like, okay, well, I need to do something with these. And I also have a whole bunch of cutouts and fussy cuts. So I'm thinking, okay, well, I need to do something with them. So I thought that I would bring you along and I would just brainstorm on what I wanted to do. But I already kind of thought about it because I saw this, and it's like it's part of the kit. It actually comes on this page right here. It's part of the kit, and it's like a, you know, a ledger cover, which I think is pretty awesome. So, and I had printed them out. I thought I might use them. And then I went with the whole folio thing. So anyway, I thought, you know what? I might just get me some coffee dyed paper, which I did. I went and just grabbed a stack of it. Just some plain paper. And I'm going to make like a little book. And so I got some of these brads out that look like screws. Look how cute they are. And so I thought, how cute would that be? I'll put some paper in there, and then I'll attach it and make it look like a little book. And then on the inside, I will cut this paper up and make tags and pockets. And then I can embellish with all the little things. And then, you know, hopefully the kit will be, you know, I hate to waste anything. I like to, you know, I like to use all of it. So, anywho, let's see. Don't you think that'd be cute? I mean, it has a front and a back. And so I went ahead and cut these out. I haven't inked them yet, but what I thought I would do is I thought I would take my scissors and I would kind of rough up the edges a little bit, because it looks like that's kind of how it she meant it to be. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to rough it up, and then we'll ink it. You see, like there's some places like that if I dig down a little bit, it'll make a divot in it and make it look nice and worn, which is what we want. And then I'll do the top a little bit too. So anyway, how are you guys doing? How are you doing? Yeah, the library is my favorite place to go. It truly is. I could just spend, and I do sometimes, I'll just go and get a book and go towards the back. The back of the library faces the park, and with the trees, and so anyway, I don't have any problems like just hanging out there. And it's just, I just love going to the library. When I was a little girl, my mom would take us to the library for all the little events and check out books and do the summer book program and all of that. And so it's still, to this day, I'm 60. I love going to the library, and just, there is never enough time to read all the books that I would like to read. Sorry about the noise, but sometimes it's just necessary in order to get the good grungy look. I'm going to tear that up a little bit. I want it to look real used. Okay. I think that looks good. Except this one little spot right here that I need that one to be a little bit more. Okay. So, I'm going to set my timer because I don't want it to be real long. The last video was an hour. And I know you guys are gracious, but I know all of our time is precious. And so, I don't want to take up too much of your time. So, I'm going to do 20. Let's see. Add a timer. Let's do, I already have it in there, but I guess let's do 20. There it goes. Okay, so I'm going to ink. And I apologize for reaching over you. Apologize for reaching over you. Okay, now let's link it up. Let's link this up. Let's ink it up. And get that looking, you know, like a... I wish I could think about what I can do to it to make it look more leathery, but I kind of like it the way it is. I'm just gonna kind of take out those white spots and just. But anyway, I just came in and I was cleaning my desk off, and I thought I was looking at that stack that I had put there the other day whenever I did that folio. And so I'm like, I just need to use them. And then I was thinking, you know what, I really want to write down all my books that I've read. And I'll be honest, I don't read them all. I'd have to do audio a lot of the times because, which I love. I love the audio because I'm working, you know, I'm working here and doing stuff and cooking and, you know, so I like to put on an audiobook. And not only that, but I love audio. I love the voices. If you get a good narrator, I don't know if you guys read, but I'm always talking about what I do, but I love Anthony Horowitz too. I'm a mystery girl. I don't like gore or anything like that. I just like, you know, what do they call it? They don't call it soft, but it's kind of like that, like a soft mystery. Okay, so I already bent this one, and then this one's going to go like this. Oh, I need to do something on the inside, don't I? I cannot leave them that away. So, we are going to get something to grunge it up a bit. So, let me get out some paper, and then get out my, and of course we're going to use vintage photo. So I'm just going to do what I normally do. I'm just going to ink it up a little bit, maybe stencil on it, put some text writing, put some little writing on it, and then that way it just kind of takes away from that starkness of the white. Okay, there's one. Uh-oh, there goes the fingers in there. Dipping my fingers in. This is permanent ink. Sorry, I have to lick my finger. All of these are for me, just so you know. Uh-oh, got it on my fingernail. Sorry, but I can't have that. Okay. Next, here we go. You see how I have that little blob? If you come in from the side, which I didn't do, it won't do that. But if I just lay it down, it's gonna make that blob, but I wasn't thinking. And it doesn't look bad, but just so you don't have, you know, you come from the side and then just kind of move your way in. Okay, those look good. And then let's do some text. Let's do the, a couple of weeks ago, went on our stair-step book booklet. We did the text in there, and I think that would look good here too. And so I'm going to use my coffee stained. It's called Coffee by Ranger. So we'll use this. And now I'm just winging it, so you got to work with me here, because I wasn't thinking we were going to do this. But I'm kind of glad that we are. Let me go ahead and get Tim out again. We all love Tim. It's just easy to use this one. I don't know. For one, it's big, and I like that. And because you can get a lot done with one. So I'm going to butt these up together. And I'm not going to do the middle. I'm just going to... And so I'm going to just do that. And then I'm going to do that. And then I'm going to switch them. And I'll ink it up again. Don't you just love the sound of this crinkle paper you get from Amazon? I like to put that in my journals too. Which I'm going to start making. I'm going to do one in the middle. I'm going to start a journal in another week or so. Maybe this weekend, I don't know. And so that I can put all my projects in. And I like that. Just so I think I'm going to put a library card or something in there. Okay, so there's that. That's kind of inked up and ready to go. So let me wipe this off. I'll just put it on my Lincoln Financial. I won't say anything more about that. Ugh. Lord have mercy. Okay, so there's that. Let me put that back over there, and then I don't have to worry about Mr. Tim. Where did the... Oh, there it is. Let me put it back on here. Okay, so there's that. Okay, so we have that. So let's just get some paper and see how many and what size and what it looks like if I cut it, if I do it in half, will it fit? It looks like it will just fit. I mean, just fit. I may have to snip the ends off. Because I don't want it to be just to where I want it to hang over, or, you know, so. Okay, so that's what we're going to do. So it looks like if this is 11, so it'd be 5.5, then let's cut it at 5.25. And then I'll cut the other side. That way I can have the crispy edges, because I like that. I like the sound. I like the look. And then that just gives us that little bitty piece right there. So, how many pages do you think I'll need? I don't know. I read quite a bit, and I like to write things down like, okay, what was the book about? Look pretty that is. That's a pretty one. I'm sorry. I get squirreled really easy. Let's see. Okay, so that's 4. That's another pretty one. I also put my coffee dyed design papers. If you've seen me, you know, with making a journal and using my coffee dyed papers that I use doilies and runners and tablecloths to make, I put those in my Ko-fi shop. So if you're interested in those designs, go to my Ko-fi shop. And I'm saying Ko-fi, not coffee, but Ko-fi. My Ko-fi shop. And snag you some. They're pretty cheap. And you get 12 different designs. All different tones. Not a lot of variants, but, you know, some. Because I didn't, you know, I don't always make the same tone, you know. I mean, it depends on how strong you make your coffee. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. That's a month. 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, I generally read the mid-June, all of July, and then 2 months in August. So that is 8 pieces of paper. So that's what I counted. So let's just start with 8. Okay, so I'm going to have to cut these down because they're not long enough. But I definitely want them to stay in there. So let's mark that. And I want them to be just a little bit, okay? So let's measure that and see. Let's measure it and see what that will be. That is, that's about half of an inch. Okay, that's about half of an inch. So I'm going to have to figure out, because I have to do all of them. I'm going to have to, it's not complicated, but it just is, like you have to figure out where you're going to, you know, I guess they can all be different. I mean, I can eyeball it. You know? Yeah, I know. I can eyeball it. Is that about right? No, that's a little less. Okay, let's just eyeball it, I guess. They'll all be different. They don't all have to be the same, I guess. I kind of like the edge look, but I'm looking at it. It looks like I'm making some longer and some smaller. But hey, this is just a quick little project. For one, I'm just showing you guys how you can get in and just make something really quick. And sometimes you just don't even have to think about it. You just have to go, hey, I think I'm going to do this. I think sometimes, and it's good to think, don't get me wrong. It's good to work out a project and to get it all. But sometimes it's good to just get in and craft and then see what you have. Fairly good. I'm just going to take that little bit off and see if it comes, if it'll allow me to. If it will allow me to take that one little bit. Don't try this at home, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, at least I have a start. That probably is nerve-wracking to you, huh? Like, what is she doing? You know, I could get my X-Acto knife out or whatever and do it, but no. Who wants to do that when I can just make a bunch of noise and drive you guys nuts? Just kidding. It's okay. I say that, but it might not be. It might irritate you, and I apologize for that. I definitely do not want to do that. Because I like you being here, so I don't want to irritate you. Okay, I think I'm getting pretty good. A pretty good level amount here. And that one's perfect. Okay, so let me toss these. Yes, I'm going to toss them. I can't keep every scrap, although I do sometimes. If they were a little bit thicker, I could write words on them and use them, but they are not, so I will have to give them away. Okay, let's see what I did here. Much better. Good job. Good job, Jen. Okay, so we're going to, oh, they see, look, that's just perfect. Okay, so we're going to, first I'm going to punch my holes in these. So this is going to go like this. And I'm going to use this brad. I may have to use a bigger one because it doesn't look like it has a very long stem. And this is 8 pages. I mean, it will. Yeah, that'll do. That'll do, pig. That'll do. Okay, so let's... And I'm sorry, but I'm not going to measure. Is that bad? I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm going to put one here. And one there. And they're going to be off just a little bit. But it's going to be okay. This is a project for me. And I'm going to use it this summer. And I'm actually very excited about it. Okay, so I'm going to take one of these. And then I'm going to make sure all my pages are aligned how I want them. One of them looks like it's a little longer than the other. And then pull it. Make sure that's good. Looks good to me. And then I'm going to just mark them. And then I'm going to punch a couple. And then I'll have them started, and then I can punch some more. First one. I got this. I got this. Second one. And then I'll use this as a guide. Not too many though, because it won't go through if I do too many. Okay. And then I'm just gonna put it in there. Do the same over here. Yeah, I was really excited about finishing that project for the design team. And then just having leftovers. I'm like, oh, this is awesome. I get to have another play at some stuff. How fun is that? So that's what we're doing, is we are going to have some fun decorating. The sun is in my eyes. Okay, I can do this. Okay, good. Woo, okay. Pretty darn close, you guys. Look at that. And then we're going to put that in there. And then this is going to go here. Yoo-hoo! Okay, how exciting. This is going to be a fun little book. Thank you, Justine, for the opportunity to use your kit. Did I tell you this is called Shabby Lilac? Go to Etsy and check her shop out. She has tons of stuff there. And last month I used Whimsical Florals, and then this month I'm using the Shabby Lilac. So I will put that down in the description too. Okay, I know that if I push it, yeah, there it goes. I'm going to leave a little bit of room. Look, they look like the real. I actually have a book that I got from my grandmother that has these little brad looking, or these little screw looking brads in it. I have to do it so the brad can lay down. Yeah. Okay. That's cute. And then I already kind of... I'm just going to kind of press them just to get them. And I didn't ink them. But look how pretty the paper is. I just love coffee dyed paper. Isn't it fabulous? Seriously, it really is. I think this is going to be perfect for me to write my book's information in here. Oh, I should have done this with the opposite. That's okay. That's okay. It still looks pretty. Okay, so there's that. And let me put this back and let me see. I think I'm going to want some pockets. And I don't need these, so I'll put these over here. And then I just have all of this. And so, honestly, I could cover this up. And you wouldn't even know. You'd just be able to see the outside. Let me see if there's a skinnier piece. Okay, that's 20 minutes. How many do we want to do now? 15 or 10? Let's do 10. That'll give us 30 minutes. Hopefully I can hold your attention for 30 minutes. We shall see. I do like that, but okay. So I just want to have something to write. I need to have it to where I can write on it. But use the other as a decoration. I'm kind of thinking that I'll just put pockets, and then I can lift it up, and then I can have all the back to write in. And then because this, I can always undo the brads and make it bigger. So this is 5 1/4 wide. So I can make 2 pockets out of this. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And guess what? I have 8 pieces of paper in here. Fabulous. Let's get to cutting then. Okay. So I'm going to cut these in half. And I think these are 7. Yeah. So I'm going to cut these in half at 3 1/2. And however they land, they land. And I still think they're going to be fine. Yeah. And then they need to be cut down to 5 inches. So there's going to be some scraps left, but that's okay. That's okay. And then 5 inches. So they're going to be... So this time I'm going to work smart and not hard, and I'm going to cut this at 5 first. So they're both even. Not that it matters, but you have less scraps too. And then 3 1/2. 3 1/2, because these are 7. And they also, oh, they're plain on the back. I love that even more. What are these? Yes, yay. Okay, and then this I love that. So we'll cut at 5. I'm trying to hurry for you guys, but I just thought, you know what? How fun. Let's just do something fun and get rid of stuff. That's what crafting is about. Just taking what you have and making something. I kind of like this without the flowers. I mean, I like the flowers, but the less flowers. That would be a cute little belly band. That's 5, and I think this is 7, yeah. 3 1/2 again. 3 1/2. And that made us to have 8. And while I've got my chomper out, I'm going to go ahead and make some cards. So if these are 5, I need to make my cards about 4.5. Because I don't care if they're big. Hopefully I can get the glue in. Let's do 4.25. Because sometimes the glue kind of gets in the way. Okay, so 4.25. And 4.25. And then I can save these for some belly bands later. So that's 1, 2. Same thing. 4.25. And then 4.25. They're all going to kind of look the same, but I'm okay with that. This one I can probably get a couple out of. I like continuity. I like it to flow a little bit, and like I say, it's for me. But you know what? We can do stuff with the things that we have left, right? 4.25, and then we just get more space for writing. And how awesome is that? So I'll have a page for every week, and I'll have a card. That's going to be perfect. That's going to be perfect. Look how pretty this is. These lavenders and purples are so vibrant. I mean, just so pretty. Okay, 4.25. Almost lost my direction. And then 4.25. And I am going to have to cut every one of them down because they're too high. So I'm going to have them come about right here. Let me see what that is. That's about 6 3/4. So let me make a mark. It doesn't really matter, because they're all going to be on different pages. So I'm okay with that. And then I have to decide whether I want the top or the bottom to go. And we're just going to be consistent, I guess. And I can do something with these. I'm going to save them. But at least I have little things that I can use and not... because I can make pockets. I can put those on a collage page. All kinds of fun things to do with these. They make good pockets. So that'll be fun to use those and stuff. And I might even find something to do with here. I'm just hurrying because that way we can, I can say that I got some fun project done in 30 minutes. 30 minutes. I'm going to do both of these together. You know why? Because I can. I can. I hope. Okay. Look at that. Okay. That's going to be fun. I'm very excited about this, actually. You know how when you're just like, oh, I'm going to use it. It's going to be awesome and I can't wait. Yes, that's exactly what we're going to do. So these are just cards. So I'm not going to make them tags. I'm actually going to round the corners and make them cards. So, but we are going to make these pockets, and we are going to cut out a divot. And so I'm going to just put these like right here in the middle and put this right in the middle. Oops. First I got to turn it around, Jennifer. Hello. Okay. Okay. Right there. And then all I have to do is make sure that they are right on the... And if they're not, well, it's okay. It's okay, but I can kind of see from here, this angle, that it's kind of... I love this purple. That is just so pretty. Whoops, that one was a little off. But they're all going to be on different pages, so it's going to be okay. I kind of like this. I kind of like this. So I I buy this food from Thrive Life. Thrive Life? Yeah. It is freeze-dried meats and different things like that. I like that. And so I made one last night that was a pasta with some beef. And, you know, it's freeze-dried, so you have to rehydrate it. So you have to rehydrate it with water. And so, anyway, I made it last night. It was really good. And so I had bought some just to have because, you know, I'm a prepper too. So I like this way. Is that upside down? I don't think so. So anyway, I am going to look and see. I have some more in there, and so I'm thinking about making that for dinner tonight. Not that you care, but you might care what it is that I'm having for dinner. I don't know, but you know, how am I going to know if you care or not if I don't tell you? So anyway, but I had gotten some hamburger meat out, and so I think I'm going to make green chili casserole. So anyway, that was my point. Is I was sitting here thinking that I need to make some green chili casserole. But yeah, Thrive Life is pretty cool. They have tons of stuff. But I get like freeze-dried strawberries and blueberries and mangoes and all of that kind of fun stuff. And of course, you know, I get the essentials. I have meat in there and, you know, vegetables and all of that kind of stuff. So we never, you know, we're never wanting for, you know, if I don't get to the store, I don't have something, we just pull stuff out of there and eat on it. But anyway, have you guys ever tried it? Have you ever heard of it? Check it out and see. Okay, so it went off again. 10 more minutes. Is this going to be too long? Y'all are going to be like leaving me. Don't leave me. Don't be leaving me now. Look at that. That is so cool. Look, and it says letter writing. How awesome is that? Okay, so let's put these down. And guess what? I really do need to ink them, but it's going to take so long. And then you guys are going to leave, and then I don't have any friends. I'm going to be crafting all by myself, but that's okay. So I'm just going to do a couple of them, and then I'll stick them down, and then I will come back and let you guys see what I made. So let me just do a couple of them, and then I'll pause it, and then I'll come back and show you the end result. How about that? How fun is that? Okay, I'm going to pause you. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm semi-finished. Here's what I came up with. I have a little pocket on the front, and I put the little words that says read, and then I just have some cute little cards that were left over. Listen, no scrap was left behind, I'm telling you. I only have a few little things left. And then I'm going to turn it up like this, and I just put this. I haven't inked the inside yet, but I'm going to do something in here because the only thing I have left are these. And so I'm going to have to figure out what I'm going to do because they're turned different directions. So anyway, I'm going to figure that out. And then I didn't ink these yet, but I went and cut all these cards, and then I put, yeah, that's what I did. No, oh, I put one in every pocket, and so I inked all the pockets and put the pockets in. I don't know why I had 2 in there, but I'm okay with that. 2's good. And then, and that's it. So I can write up here. I can put the book that I read, because I try to read, like I said, 8 weeks out of the summer and different books. And so I'm really excited. And so anyway, that's what it looks like. Look how cute. Can you see it okay? And I mean, look, I'm going to be able to write up there, and then I'm going to ink these. That'll look better when those are inked. And look how cute. I love it. And it just flips up. And if I need a little bit more room, then I'll just loosen my brads a little bit. Look at that, how cute. And then I need something right there. And the only thing I really have left is this little strip of something. But, you know, even that wouldn't look bad. I could make it a belly band. See, I can't help myself. I'm just going and going. But look how cute that is. Look at that. A quick little project. And it's just using what was left over from my folio that I made with this kit. I mean, how fun is this? Look at all the stuff that I've made. And I want to show you this real quick. The paper, look how pretty that is whenever the paper just flows like that. Oh, so pretty. But I love all these little cutouts. So go get your kit and look at all the fun things that you can make. Okay, so that was a quick little project. I hope you have a fabulous day. And remember, you only know what you know till you know something different. See you next time. Bye-bye.